Good morning, everyone. Here we are with a messy van because we have some stuff to work on it today. Work never ends. We have a crow there for a rooster, and we finally picked some parcels that were waiting for us here. We got a battery and some other things that arrived for the van, like... Let me introduce ourselves. We are Steve and Az, and we travel full-time in our self-converted camper van. So come on with us. Our other lagoon mount for a second table and some other goodies. I wonder why those empty boxes came. Do you think the courier kind of snatched whatever was inside? Maybe we're supposed to receive candies from your parents.
So this will enable us to have swivel table
Yes.
with the swivel seats.
Yes, because we already have one in the back, but it turns into a bed. The thing is that we are now converting that into a full-time garage, and we are having the swivel seats with tables up front. That will make things a lot easier for us. Talking about regrets on building vans, this is one of them. Just look at the shirt he's wearing right now. You are probably gonna find 10 more of them inside this box.
More Walmart shirts from America.
They were cheaper there than here in Canada.
You couldn't really get them here.
Oh, that's right.
So you're joking.
Is that the wrong size?
They sent all the wrong sizes.
You gotta be kidding. Such a long wait for that? What size did they send?
2XL
No.
instead of medium. Got your spirulina.
My spirulina is good for iron, girls.
Got some rib nuts. This is great to be able to do stuff on the van.
And what is that?
And this is a pump. No, not quite a pump, but it's a solenoid valve. But it's an electric kind of valve.
And this is our second battery. This will really enable us to wild camp more without being reliant on the grid. Oh wow, look at this beauty.
Voila.
Let's charge it up. So you need to charge it fully before the first use, is that it?
There we go.
Yeah, if you want us to show the
Charge
logo,
it up.
you pay us money. Of course, all of you know what battery it is, but still.
Charges at about 1,500 watts, which is interesting, huh?
We hit the road very early this morning. At about 7 something a.m. we were already on the road. So we stopped at a supermarket. I don't remember the name. I ran in, got a few items, and we had breakfast. And now we're here and I need to fix lunch. Steven has some work to do as well. This place actually has a communal kitchen. Honestly, we prefer to wild camp. It's a lot cheaper, it's a lot nicer, and we just like the feeling of just doing things roughly. Let me show the kitchen to you. They have a few sinks and cooktops, and it's nice and breezy in here. If you guys want to check this place out, it's called Camp of America. As I said, we much prefer wild camping, but this place is quite nice. The thing is that we were trying to go to Jasper, and we were hoping that the roads there had cleared. Apparently you can still drive through, but you cannot stop. Only locals can stop due to the fires. We don't know what our plans from here are. We'll have to wait and see. Improvements on a van never ends, and there is always something to do. So I wanted to talk a little bit with you guys while I do the dishes about what our current situation is and what our plans for the future are. If you're new to the channel, you probably don't know that before we had the van, we used to have a travel trailer. And we bought this trailer when the pandemic started. Because the thing is that we lived in a house. After almost 6 years living in an apartment, we realized that we didn't spend much time there. We were more of a travel couple than stay-home people. We realized that we were just paying shelter for all the stuff we had. And the stuff owned us more than we owned them. That's when we started to think of being more mobile. Initially we thought of buying a boat, but I get terribly seasick, so that was not an option for us. we started looking at motorhomes, and we didn't like them much because they were not so stealth. That's when Steven brought up the idea of a van, which I did not like initially. I was afraid of feeling claustrophobic, so we started watching van life videos, which I pretty much hated at the beginning. But then that's when I realized that you actually could make them look like a real home. Okay, now I was sold on the idea of a van, and we went looking for vans. If you guys want to watch the video, it's right here, and we show you when and why we chose the van we have currently, which is a ProMaster. We looked at Sprinters. I did not like them because they are very skinny. We looked at Fords. I actually don't remember why we did not choose a Ford. I do know that we loved the width of a ProMaster, and that's what we went for. But before we moved into the van, we lived almost a whole year inside a travel trailer during the pandemic, and that gave us an idea of things we wanted and things we didn't want inside a van, like for example a fixed cooktop that takes up a lot of space. So a year later we sold the trailer and we traveled the world a little bit, and then we came back to the van. The van was completely unfinished. Like, when I say completely unfinished, there was like hardly anything. We have the footage of back then. We just have not brought it up to you. One day in the future you will see the chaos. Right now, things are not fully finished. There are a few improvements that we need to do. Like today, we are probably gonna work on the pump. So these improvements will allow us to do more wild camping, which we much prefer. Currently, we still need to build the upper head cabinets and install doors on the bottom cabinets because I have not ordered them yet. We want shaker style and we don't know how to build those, so I'm gonna order them online. We also regret a few things on the build, and we are probably gonna dedicate a video on this topic, but I will let you guys know that we do not like the bench seats in the back that converts into the bed. We did like them initially, but the problem of having those as opposed to a fixed bed with a garage underneath is that we don't have enough storage room for a generator or bikes or whatever we want to have, or even camping chairs. We do have a hitch carrier, but when you're camping at a parking lot, you worry that someone may try to steal your stuff. It happened to a friend of ours, and we don't want that happening to us. So that's one thing we are going to be changing in a van. And we are very pleased to have you along with us to see all the improvements that Miss Vanilda, that's how we call our van, is gonna face. Thank you guys for coming along in this adventure with us.